All right, folks, we are back. Game number 3 currently underway, and it is tied up 1-1. Spawning here in the top right side of Dusk Towers, he's giving the Canadian the Canadian Terran MaSa, playing for Elevate.
The American Zerg. In the bottom left has the blue Protoss. He's Invasion Esports Harstem.
So I do want to remark that that game didn't.
Incoming transmission.
Oh, Mr. Boris Makarov, $25. I'll read the message in just a moment, good friend. But I was gonna remark, like, that game. Oh, excuse me, what's that? It wasn't actually that bad for Harstem. Like, the losing sucked, obviously, with a score going to his opponent, but I don't even feel like he lost that badly. Like, as you mentioned, there's some moments where like, had he barely gotten Storm out, that could have been a very, very different game, you know?
Yeah. I think there might have been a little bit of overconfidence with the first attack going so well. But even then, I think it was just perhaps more about a misread on the economical situation of MaSa and the strength of a follow-up attack. Now, MaSa, we talked about him not being like one basey, not necessarily even like, the quick 3-base type either. It is a lot about those 2 bases with him. The nice thing about MaSa, because that sounds kind of like a bad thing to do the same thing over and over again. The nice thing is that this kid never seems really phased by a whole lot. And that's a lot of the reason why I never really, I don't know, I feel bad saying this, but I never really pay attention to him either. Like, he gets through, I'm just like, oh yeah, he's a good player. If he doesn't get through, then I'm like, he's a North American. And I don't have a lot of emotional investment into him.
No, I absolutely agree. Like, that's the problem. He is very much, like, we met him at a party even, right after the WCS drama. And even then, he's just kind of like,
yeah. Yeah. But that could be a good thing, like, he's not going to get tilted from a loss.
Maybe. So 2 things really quick. One, Twitch just tweeted saying that they're looking into the channel's appearance offline, so hopefully that gets resolved here somewhat quickly. Because I guess it's happening again, even though we started the stream, we didn't quite fix it. Secondly, Mr. Boris Makarov, let's get back to his donation. So he generates $25 very generously, and he says, "Take my energy." Where shall I take it? Do I take it to the Protoss jar, the Terran jar, or the Zerg jar?
Do I use a needle, or is it a pill? I mean,
oh, is this like a spirit bomb situation? Like, you just absorb it in?
It's like a stim pack. Yeah.
But then that does damage, and I don't want to hurt.
Oh, I don't want to hurt, but you gotta go fast.
Hurt myself today, just to see if I still felt.
Is that an actual song?
Yeah. What the hell's wrong with you, Nirvana / Johnny Cash? Come on. Nope, I don't even listen to music. This is just embarrassing for you.
I mean, I like Nirvana, but I do not like Johnny Cash. So I don't know where I stand with that.
Okay.
So, regardless, MaSa is going for 3cc, and Dusk Towers would be the map to do that on.
Someone in chat actually has a spirit bomb emote. Look at that. That's amazing.
Wait a second. Let me hold on there.
It's Goku gathering the spirit bomb. That's amazing.
Aw.
What channel is that? Strangulate.
Odd, code.
Oh, I'm sorry. 9 Inch Nails. My bad, guys. I'm on fucking no hours of sleep. That's my bad. Eat a dick. But
I was gonna say, like, Nirvana didn't sound familiar.
Whatever. I don't care. Strangulate. Where is that emote from? What channel is that from? Because I want to go like sub to that right now just for that emote. Like that is important to me. That is very important to me at this moment in time.
Oh my god. So remember I told you that I have to one of my cats has to be sedated for the vet tomorrow? My mom just texted me that apparently she's gonna pick up a pill that will calm him for the appointment tomorrow. And I'm like, what the hell?
That sounds
what
a lot.
Technology is this?
That sounds like the pill is not a an oral pill though.
Oh, are you kidding me? It definitely is, but I don't know, man. Like, sure, he doesn't do well with the vets because they're strangers, but he doesn't do well just being held at all. Like, this is all her doing. I ain't helping with that. Anyways.
Yeah, Zombie, for those who don't know, is a cat wrangler. She's gonna be taking all 5 to the vet. Like, that's impressive. I still can't get over taking 5. I can barely get my one ant. Like, once Millie's in the kennel, she's fine. But like getting the dog there is impossible. So I can't imagine 5 cats.
2 at a time is not that bad. But, stalkers. Getting a little too risky there.
Yeah. Actually, this is a really important point for Harstem. Sorry, we're dicking around, but this is something that's actually really awesome to see. Now, He's going for blink behind this, so that's whatever. It's the +1 weapons I rather enjoy. This was a dynamic that we discussed recently when casting 91's games, because he's the first person to do this in what felt like forever. But when this comes into play, you can go for resonating glaives, and that makes you attack a little bit faster. Absolutely. However, that's not as fast as not needing a third attack at all. And this +1 weapons means that without combat shields, Marines can be 2-shot. The SCVs can be 2-shot. The +1 weapons is almost the same dynamic that we saw Zealots have versus Zerglings once upon a time. Now that's not seen as much, and the depths, of course, are the priority. But for Harstem's sake, if you really want to tear apart an SCV line, you do it with +1 weapons.
Yeah. So that will be finishing up soon, but not soon enough for this attack. MaSa is patrolling with a couple of Marines, looking for those stalkers to end their lives once and for all. They get dark. But there's nothing there. So I'm just going to be waiting on that Warp Prism. Now this is interesting. Who leaves a team at the beginning of a tournament?
Wait, Puck you mean, or what?
Polt. Puck left his team yesterday, so close.
Polt's not on a team. What are you talking about?
Polt just left CM Storm.
Did he? Wow. Well, that's not a
Yeah.
team, so.
Okay, Mr. has to be right.
Well, okay, so in fairness, though, if you recall, and this is not public information, a year ago when we were being considered picked up by CM Storm, it was specifically because they were planning to drop Polt at the time. So.
Well, now it's public information.
Well, I didn't have to sign an NDA, and CM Storm owes me money, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm not super surprised. I think they were just trying to, them as well as several other people, were just getting out of StarCraft 2, which is a bit sad to say. But Legacy of the Void, like, this isn't even like the circle jerk, right? Like, Legacy of the Void is actually statistically better now. We're seeing better viewership than ever on our channel. I can only imagine it's just a little while before it grows a bit better, but it's definitely not going to be the next Dota League of Legends viewership sport, which is why I can see sponsors leaving. Now, this shreds a lot of SCVs. It takes out those Marines, but the Widowmines are going to get some good hits. Focuses one on the Warp Prism. Ooh, actually, I think if going both on the Adepts, it may have gone better. Drop goes off on the other side of the map.
Yeah, drop to drop, but Harstem's going to clean this up a lot better in his attack. Did a lot more damage, so that was better for Harstem in terms of just, like, what did the drop do? What does it still have left to do because his Warp Prism is still alive? But MaSa isn't exactly dead because of it. 39 CVs is not great. I mean, 26 CVs is quite a loss, but his army supply is fine. He could try and attack. If only that Warp Prism had died, I think he'd feel a lot more confident attacking too. Yeah. There it goes back again.
And again, the necessity of only needing 2 shots for these SCVs, there's so many times we see these similar attacks come down with just resonating glaives, and you have so many SCVs left at 1 health. They're pulled away, they're scared, and you just don't get this many SCV kills. 29 is fantastic.
It just really, the worst thing is keeping MaSa back at home. Harstem might have had trouble defending if MaSa was able to go attack him, but now he doesn't have to worry. He still has time to get his upgrades. Maybe Storm? That really depends on how scared he's going to play. And with Liberators coming out, that should shoo away the War Prism.
Hey, this times up very, very well with my information leaks. Mr. Snowden just subbed to the channel. Ah! Thank you very much, Mr. Snowden. If it's the real you, good luck with your life. And if it's just somebody else, great name.
He needs to, watch StarCraft while he hides in a bunker.
Well, it's not hiding in a bunker, it's just hiding in another country. But we got Storm on the way next for Harstem. Now, we talked about this a little bit last game, like, would we see Storm come into effect or not? And it was definitely going to be better for the situation presented before. I can't say that game's going to play out the same way, but with a lot of bio on the field, it's hard to say Storm will ever be bad.
No, it's always a pretty good spell. 9 out of 10. MaSa is going up to Liberator in Liberator range, which is also a pretty good upgrade. Not spell. But not before a quasi Doom drop. 3. Medivacs heading to the south. Gonna actually be spotted by this Warp Prism. No, that's odd. That's weird. Hey guys. Hey.
They like boost away into nothingness. Like, no, you saw nothing.
Yeah, you didn't see us, but no, nothing.
It's that. Don't look at me.
I think it's more like, you look at your phone and turn the other direction.
Okay, so he's gonna have to actually unload the Adepts. I don't know if he can outrun the Liberators.
He cannot.
War prisms
Liberators
are
don't take
fast,
this down
but-
too quickly, but you know, just, oh come on now. No.
Wow, he's actually going to save it. That's impressive. Now, of course, this War Prism is not going to be too reliable. I wouldn't
No,
recommend picking it up. Never mind. Damn it, Harstem. Damn it.
He tried so hard. Got so far.
Okay, +3 weapons is finishing up here momentarily. We should discuss just how far ahead this is getting. Now, this isn't 2-2 for MaSa just yet, so Harstem still has a pretty nice upgrade lead, but at the end of the day, upgrades are less important when you've got storms.
No, stop.
When you've got man, I
Harstem!
complimented him specifically on this earlier, so of course this is like the Rifkin curse. I swear to God, every time I compliment a player on something very specific, like that gets fucked up in the game. It's almost like everybody wants me to be
Can't have Rifkin being right. Quick, move your units.
That's my Artosis curse, like just that one specific element. It's not quite big enough to influence a game.
Out of 10 times, and this is how it. Oh shit. Well, you know.
Okay, so the attack here is pretty scary, but Harstem does have a large army. But again, like this is a lot of stalkers versus a lot of marauders, and marauders always take the better engagement in those situations. Now the Warp Prism darting across the map. He wants to be able to get some counterattack damage done. Liberators, of course, have their range coming up, and while we haven't had Liberators be a heavily influencing factor yet, if Harstem loses too many stalkers, he won't have enough to actually take on those Liberators later.
Oh, that was a good shot. For the storm shatter.
Yeah.
So yeah, Liberators gonna be coming up adding addition to this army. Now, that means that MaSa can't just give away this army. Don't do that. And his units are kind of damaged here, but I guess continue poking. Here come the Liberators now. Cleans up the War Prism on its way. Okay, that's not gonna shade. Yeah, nope.
It's always scary though. If they misclick, if they don't cancel just one time, costs you everything.
Now he should cancel the shade. Oh shit. It's a Rifkin curse.
No, I actually don't want this. I know we were talking earlier about like what's the base trade
you wanted something.
No, I don't want. Not this.
It's
not like
here,
this.
man.
It's like a small tier Artosis curse because like it's not something that'll guarantee cost you the game, but it's something it could. I'm like, oh, stock usage is amazing. Then the stalkers are garbage. You lose the game because of it. It's like, oh, damn it. Alright, so he did go for a Stargate behind this, by the way, so that's why we're not delayed here with the Void Ray coming up, but with the Liberator set up where it is, and that long range, the Stalkers can't blink underneath it to take care of it. More Liberators here on the front lines as well. Looks like he's going to actually let this go through, though. Now, the Widowmines are going to be fan-freaking-tastic in this situation, but that's a lot of bio. I'm not sure if Harstem can take this. He's going to push it back.
His Adept fodder was going down, but I guess that was still too many Stalkers. The upgrades are actually pretty good here at 2-3 for Harstem with the weapon upgrades, compared to 2-2 of MaSa, who does not have enough minerals to go for 3-3. And usually Terran does want to be heading there by now. Actually, more so in Legacy of the Void, we've seen Terran take that upgrade lead. But you know, Harstem put an odd amount of effort into getting these upgrades, so his Blink Stalkers are actually pretty scary. But Blink Stalkers just will never ever face against a whole bio army, even with really good upgrades. So they do need that fodder. They need those storms. They need those immortals, and they do have them. They have the support, like a bra.
Okay, you in these bras today are getting
This is the second time you've mentioned it. It's just getting out of hand.
Yeah, it's a little bit lewd. I'm having trouble keeping it together enough as is. Actually, have you seen those? Have you seen? I've seen a lot of like people I watch stream been tweeting about these like MeUndies things lately. Have you seen that site?
What? No.
So it's just like it's like straight up just like an underwear site, but like there's like man versus game branded panties, things like this.
That's weird. You're in a sexy time, and then you see like a Dodger pant. No.
I'm just saying, if you're so obsessed with bras, maybe you go locked on that sponsorship.
See, bras I think would be hilarious.
What
okay. And not even necessarily that sexual.
MaSa, what are you doing, man? I was gonna applaud this. I like this move. Wait, what? Why?
I didn't register. That's why I looked at the mini-map.
How do you even misclick that? That's such an expensive misclick too. Like this, for those who don't know, like sensor towers, the reason you don't see them like just spammed all over the map all the time is they're pretty gas expensive. Gas is not something you usually have to worry about as Terran, but MaSa actually doesn't have a big gas bank right now. So as he wants to continue building Liberators, he's actually struggling.
Look at the mini-map.
I know, it looks like you're blurry, right? Like it's the 3D glass effect.
Oh my god. So
I guess
you're not gonna kill it because it's embarrassing.
I mean, I guess if one dies, there you go. You've got the other.
I just feel like this would be something you would kill. Just hope
You're
the
like,
casters didn't.
I hope no one saw this. Just like auto attack the building down. Okay.
Oh no.
Tempest.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're hitting that point. Tempest coming out, but not gonna be here in time to save this base. And without the Tempest, doesn't have a great way to push back those Liberators. Now if the Nexus goes down, this is not the end of the world for Harstem. He is taking another base and has set that up, so he could go mining over there if he'd like.
Yeah. It's still on their way out.
Can you get it? It's not that funny. Like,
It's really funny. It's like a late game pull on your workers accidentally.
you're like, he's a professional carrot. He should know better than this.
I don't know. I've been noticing a lot of mistakes from professionals. You know, those egg
Larva cancels. Yeah.
Oh, this is a really good Gone Cave for MaSa. I don't know if Harstem could take this fight. He's down 50 army supply. Good God.
That's a sexy storm, but it's not going to be enough. And he's zoned. His own army is zoned out of this. Now the Viking, or not the Viking, excuse me, the Void Ray and the Tempest going to try and free him, but of course that's a lot of ghosts. That's a lot of ghosts with a lot of EMPs banked up.
Oh my God. There's nothing. The Harstem can't respond to this. Like.
No, I think MaSa's got it at this point. It's getting pretty out of control. Tempests are, of course, very vulnerable to bio, which is plentiful at this stage. GG.
GG.
As much as we want to make fun and tease MaSa, before we go to the break.